Hi, folks. First of all, thank you so much for everybody's presentations. They were certainly eye-opening, and I think a lot of folks at this table are ready to hit the ground running on a lot of these things. So our question is, if you could each choose one way for to make carbon zero or net zero building accessible to more people, what would it be? Recognizing Jess mentioned the privilege that comes with going carbon neutral. If you do not have the money to do so, if you have a lot of external barriers, especially with the oppressions that a lot of folks face in this province. So what's one attainable way that you think you could make carbon neutral building more accessible?
I'll go first in that if we're talking about houses, I mean. Oh, okay. No, it's just do it, because when you look at the cost benefit analysis, it puts money in your pocket. It'll actually put money in your pocket the first month that you live in the house. Yeah, your mortgage payment may go up a little bit, but your overall cost on a monthly basis will go down. So change the mindset and just do it. And again, not to speak for Jessica, but reduce the size of the house down to be able to say, okay, look, I was going to build 1,284 square feet, go down to 1,020, or you could even go lower. The money that you'll save there, you're putting it into the efficiency, and every month you're saving money. You're putting more money in your pocket to be able to do things that need to be done.
I think the most important thing is to become engaged in local politics, to be super honest. And to question, like, look at your life and what you're doing and what all your choices are, and ask yourself, why is it that way? And if you can't answer the question, chances are it could probably change. And then once you become involved, like, speak to your local politicians. They're people, like they're really nice people in a lot of cases, and show them why you want change. Right? There's no need for us to have a minimum dwelling size. It's not in the building code, so it shouldn't be in the development regulations either.
Good question. One thing that's been very effective on the preservation front, and this isn't specifically tied to emissions, but in the United States, for a long time they've offered tax incentives for appropriate restoration and reuse of heritage buildings. And this really gets at the market side of things. Like if you can make it economic for a developer to choose it, you don't even need the end consumer to demand it. They'll do it if it makes economic sense. So I think a similar program that incorporates emissions reductions and different environmental standards would be very effective.
Yeah, good question, and I kind of agree with everything that everyone said too, but the affordability of it is important to, I'm sure, a lot of people. So I think that incentives would help. Also, like, I mean, obviously everything is, downsizing. We don't need as much space, like Jess talked about too. So keeping things smaller and more sustainable as they are, but maybe perhaps incentives that can help people get to that step to do the kind of work that needs to be done to get them on the path to net zero.